Hey everyone, we are here at Grand Floridian where we are in the Sugarloaf building, which is the outer building with club level access.
Yeah, so there are two club levels here at Grand Floridian. One's in the main building, and that is the Royal Palm. And then Sugarloaf is the outer building, which we are in here.
Yeah.
Now we've got a standard room here, and it is basically just like all the other rooms in the outer buildings at Grand Floridian. We did get a king bed though, so that's cool. When you have a king bed, you tend to have a little bit more room in the other side of the room because you don't have that extra queen bed. So it's kind of nice, and we've got that there. So we'll take you over and show you the room.
Yeah.
So when you first come into the room here, you do have a closet on your left-hand side, and there's space for storage in there. Of course, you have your hanging rack and extra blanket and pillows, things like that. But you are here at the Grand Floridian in the club level building, so they do give you robes because you're fancy. But something we've not seen before in any of the other rooms here at the Grand Floridian, we've got a safe down here as well, are these slippers. Check that out, guys. They give you slippers with the logo of the Grand Floridian embroidered on them. How crazy is that? Some places where you're fancy, they give you slippers, but nowhere else do they give you fancy slippers with the hotel's logo on it. Crazy, right? So we now have fancy Grand Floridian slippers. Over here in the bathroom area, which by the way is not separated by a door, there is just a doorway here. In this bathroom area, you do have a very, very large double vanity, which is great. You can kind of spread out and have plenty of room to get ready in the mornings. Look at this, even the tissues have the logo stamped on it. That's crazy. They love putting their logo on everything. It's all over the place. That's cool. So double vanity here with plenty of space for getting ready in the mornings, and also cute little Alice in Wonderland kind of silhouette picture there. Love that. If you love Alice in Wonderland, there's several different pictures in the rooms, and you may get one of those with her and the Mad Hatter. We've seen 3 or 4 different ones, so always fun to see those. And then we do have some little amenities over here in the corner. We've got our vanity kit and shower cap and mouthwash. However, there are no other amenities in here besides our kind of soap and shampoo that are in the tub. Now over to the right is our other half of our bathroom. There, of course, is a door to this half. You have a full-length mirror there on the door, and then you have a tub on the left-hand side. Of course, those amenities down there as well, individual guys. You have a tub here with a shower, not a detachable shower head, but you do have a shower there. And once more, because you are in such a fancy resort, they are going to give you toilet paper with the logo stamped on it. Every single time I see that, I still laugh. This is our 3rd or 4th time here at the Grand Floridian, and I still laugh because is it really necessary to stamp your logo on the toilet paper? Apparently it is. Now, like I said, we do have a king room here, and it's a little bit of a different layout because you got the king bed instead of 2 queens. So we do have 2 of the nightstands next to the bed instead of just the one in the middle. And we also have a little more space over there in the main part of the room, and we have a different couch, which I'll show you here in just a moment. Now, there is an option for connecting rooms here with these rooms in Sugarloaf. So if you need to have a couple rooms connecting, you do have that option with certain ones of them. So you can request that if you need it. The dresser here that has a few drawers on it, they're not very big drawers. They're kind of shallow, small drawers, but they do have a little bit of storage space there. But this is where they have your mini fridge, so you can keep your things cold. They actually do have a real mini fridge here. It's not the little coolers that don't work very well. And then built into the dresser are some USB outlets as well as regular plugs, so you've got some space to charge your devices. Now you'll notice there is a DVD, maybe even Blu-ray player. Looks like just DVD player here. And that is because we are in the club level rooms, and they'll have DVDs that you can borrow and watch in the room. Some of the club levels have that at the different Disney World resorts. Not all of them, but several of them do. I imagine that'll probably change once Disney Plus comes out and they kind of get that working in all the rooms. But for now, you have DVDs. On the wall, we've got a really pretty picture of the Grand Floridian. Well, what some artist imagined the Grand Floridian to look like. I'm pretty sure there's no lake with lily pads and swans in it anywhere close by with a bridge like that, but it is really pretty, and it is a nice, nice print they have there on the wall. And these nightstands on either side of the bed do have USB outlets on them as well, so you've got a spot to charge all of your devices. Each night you can have one on either side of the bed, so you don't have to worry about that. Whereas the queen bedrooms just have the one nightstand, so you're kind of stuck with either your phone across the room or on the other side of the bed. Someone left us a little hidden Mickey here on the bed, which is adorable. We love coming into the rooms and finding these little towel Mickeys on the bed, although we have found a few other interesting towel arts over the course of the last year, kind of like the ones you see on the cruise ship. Sometimes they get creative with it. And then if you are unaware of where you're staying after seeing the stamped toilet paper, the stamped tissues, and the embroidered slippers, they just want to make sure you know with this throw pillow that you are at the Grand Floridian. So got the logo on the pillow and everything. I'm telling you, they put it everywhere. Over here we've got our desk, which is also our coffee station, which if you're here in the club level building, you're probably not going to do much with the K-cups and the coffee in the room since they have so much of it downstairs, especially with that Nespresso machine that they have in the club lounge. But if you do want to have a morning coffee before you go down to the lounge, you've got that there. We've got a hidden Mickey here on the back of the chair, one of our 3 in this room, and it is Mickey embroidered in gold thread, very fancy. Probably one of the most ornate looking hidden Mickeys we've got around here. And then the desk actually has a second table underneath it that you can pull out and roll around the room. So those are very handy when you are here in the room and trying to eat or set up somewhere else besides the desk, just because you can roll it anywhere you need to go, including in front of the couch, where it's kind of a good height for that, sitting in front of the couch there. So speaking of couch, we do have a slightly different couch in this room than we had in the queen rooms that had the kind of the fold down twin bed. This one actually has a pull-out queen bed inside of it, and we'll show you that here in just a minute. But first, I've got to point out this pillow right here. I have not seen this pillow anywhere else. I've not seen it in any of the other Grand Floridian rooms, but we both love that. It is the Once Upon a Time logo from the show, which we very much enjoyed the first kind of few seasons of, first round of the story there. So that's a fun little detail that we did not expect, but it was great to find that in here. Now, before we head out and show you our view on the balcony, I just got to point out a couple more hidden Mickeys. One of them is here in this, let's call it interesting pattern on the curtains. I'm not really sure what you'd call that kind of pattern, but the first one is here in that pattern right there. You've got the little brown Mickey head, and he is all up and down the pattern in that same position. So you've got little brown Mickey heads there on that curtain. And then if you can see, you can kind of see it right here in the silhouette there. There is gold thread embroidered Mickeys. There we go. Here on the sheer curtain. That's crazy. They just put them all over the entire thing. So every one of those little dots is actually a little Mickey head. Now, of course, there is no view you can book here in these rooms. It's just standard size rooms. So you could wind up on either side of the building facing the lagoon or facing the pool. And most likely, kind of like we did, facing a tree. But you do get a balcony, and it's a pretty good sized balcony actually, with a couple chairs and a little table there on it. But you get that balcony as well as sometimes a little bit better view, but if nothing else, you've got a pretty view of like the flowers and stuff down there. It's a little bit busy today just because everybody's moving in and out. There's a lot of people checking in today, but yeah, so this is kind of the view that you get. I would definitely call it a standard view, but then again, you don't really book a view category. Like I said, you just book the room itself and you kind of get whatever you get. I think the exception to that is there's one type of room that has like a garden view, but we'll have to look and see what that one is. It's definitely not the regular size rooms here. And we'll head back inside here and show you guys the queen pull-out couch, which is really unusual for these rooms because usually it's just a fold-down twin instead of a queen pull-out. So we've got the queen pull-out there. So if you did have 2 people coming who didn't necessarily want to share a bed, but you did want to have the king bed in the room, you have that available with the pull-out queen and the king there. And there's actually still plenty of room in the room here when you have that pulled out. Surprisingly, it doesn't kind of fill the room too much. So anyway, that's gonna do it for our tour here of the standard room in Sugarloaf, which is the club level outer building at the Grand Floridian. We hope you enjoyed that walkthrough, and if you did, be sure to give us a thumbs up here on the video. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down in the comments below. We'll be happy to get back to you on those. And for more videos like this of the different rooms at Walt Disney World, be sure to check out our channel and subscribe, because we have a ton on there and even more coming soon.
And for more information about the Walt Disney World resorts and everything Walt Disney World, be sure to check out our website, herewiththeears.com. We've got so much good information there. And until next time,
we're here with the ears.